Hey guys, this is God of Politics, and welcome to a brand new video. But before we get started with this video, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, join the Discord that is linked down in the description. But in today's video, I'm going to be doing my updated House election prediction for 2020, and I'm just going to be going through some of the competitive districts. As you can see here, we're on the 270 to win map with the 2020 consensus. I'm just going to be going through each district, each competitive district, seeing how I think that it's going to go, and looking at what the overall map is going to look like and how I think this could affect the other election. Right now, Democrats are favored in the House, but we're going to see, do the Republicans have a chance to take it back, or will they get close to it based on my prediction? Let's just get right into it. First off, starting with the California seats, I do believe that TJ Cox is going to narrowly keep his seat. This is a very blue district, and I do expect TJ Cox to win by more. He did barely beat an incumbent, but it was an incumbent who won by 13 points the election before, and I don't believe he's just going to lose. It's going to be a flip in a district that went to Hillary Clinton by 16 percentage points. In terms of California's 25th district, I do think that is narrowly going to stay with Mike Garcia for the Republican Party. I do think he'll narrowly keep his seat. Hillary Clinton did win this district by a lot, but Mike Garcia does have the incumbency advantage, and he's probably going to have a fundraising advantage as well, which will help him come November in the rematch with Christy Smith. California's 39th district, I do think, is also going to stay because he does have not the best fundraising, and it's close in terms of fundraising race, but it is a district that was won by Hillary Clinton by 9 points, and he did win the district by 3, so I don't think it's going to magically flip because of that, but this will be probably one of the closest of these competitive California districts. I also do believe actually California's 48th district is going to stay as well. While it barely went to Hillary Clinton, Hardy Ralla did win by 7 percentage points, so I do think that he is going to keep his seat. Ross Spino, I do believe, will keep his seat. Also, Debbie McCarcel-Powell will keep her seat as well, I do believe. I do believe Georgia's 6th is going to stay with Lucinda Macbeth. She does have a huge advantage in terms of fundraising, and it's a trending district, trending towards the Democrats that barely even went to Trump anyway. And this might be a surprise to some, but I actually do believe that Georgia's 7th district is going to flip as well. This district is most likely going to go to Trump by a lot less. It went by 6 to him in 2016. I do believe it will go by less here. And due to it being an open seat, it means that there's going to be more ticket splitting, meaning that more people will be voting for two parties on both the congressional race and the presidential race, and maybe even the Senate race here. And the Democrats do have good fundraising here. They have Carolyn Bordeaux, who has got a lot of good fundraising, and I do expect her to narrowly win this seat, but it's going to be very competitive. As for the Iowa districts, I do think that I do think that 3 of them are going to stay. 2 of them are going to stay with the Democrats, and 1 of them is going to flip. I do believe that the district that will flip is going to be Abby Finkenauer's district. Her fundraising isn't as good in this district as it is for some of the other people. You may be surprised at this, that I have the 2 districts that you'd think would be better for Republicans. For example, Iowa's 3rd, Sidney Axne, only won by 2 percentage points. But if you look at individual candidates, things like that, the Republican candidate isn't as good in Iowa's 3rd district, and the fundraising isn't as good for the Republicans. Same thing in Iowa's 2nd district. Democrats are doing very well in fundraising, and Republicans don't really have a good candidate here. In Iowa's 1st district, though, Republicans do have more fundraising. They do have a better candidate, and that's why I do expect them to narrowly flip that seat. Illinois' 13th district, I do believe, is going to stay with Rodney Davis. Lauren Underwood, I do believe, will win Illinois' 14th district, although it is a Trump district. It's a very suburban district. It's in Illinois, and she has good fundraising too. Maine's 2nd district, I do believe, though, is going to flip towards the Republican column. Jared Golden only won because of the ranked choice voting in 2018, and it is a district that went to Trump by just over 10 percentage points here. And while I do expect that to be a bit less than it was in 2016, I do believe that it's going to be enough for Jared Golden to lose this seat here. Michigan's 8th district, I also believe, is going to flip here. Republicans, really, this is an opportunity wasted for them because Republicans don't really have a good candidate here at all, and their fundraising is just awful in this district, so I do believe that it is going to stay here. Colin Peterson, I do believe, will narrowly keep his seat. Colin Peterson is a legacy Democrat in a district that trended heavily blue in Minnesota. There's a lot of that legacy Dems here that is still crossed over to vote for him, despite the fact that they crossed over and voted for for Trump in 2016, and I do expect him to narrowly win just based off of that, because he also did vote against the impeachment too, which will help him in terms of optics in the congressional race come November. These are two safe districts for Democrats here that are going to flip after the redistricting that they did in North Carolina. It made it so Democrats are effectively just given 2 seats here, and that's what I do believe is going to happen in the 2 North Carolina districts here with George Holding and Mark Walker, who are now retiring. I do expect that to go to the Democrats. Nebraska's second is a district that is going to stay with the Republicans here because the Democrats nominated a Bernie bro again, Kari Eastman, who was the same candidate that lost to Don Bacon in 2018. And so I do believe that Don Bacon is going to keep his seat. Chris Pappas, I also believe, is going to keep his seat here. Republicans really don't have a good candidate here, and Pappas won by a lot in the last cycle anyway. Andy Kim, I also do believe this is a district that did go to Trump by 6 percentage points, but I do believe that Andy Kim is going to win. Republicans really don't have a good candidate here at all, and their fundraising is bad as well. And although, again, it is a heavy Trump district, I expect it to trend back a little bit after it trended heavily towards the Republican column in 2016 as opposed to 2012. Although I do believe that New Mexico's second district is going to flip towards the Republican column. While the Republicans don't really have too much fundraising here, they don't have the best candidate. They have Yvette Herrell. I do believe that at the end of the day, they are going to bounce back and get more fundraising, and Yvette Herrell is going to eventually beat Yotil Torres Small in a district that went to Trump by a lot. New York's 11th district, I also believe, is going to flip to the Republican column. The candidate for the Republicans here is a good candidate in Nicole Maliotakis, who isn't doing good in the fundraising, but again, the incumbents usually have more in the fundraising anyway. Republicans aren't doing great in the fundraising. It's just the difference is less in this than it is for others. She is a rhino, as many people have said, but I do expect her to win. She ran in the mayoral race in 2013 against Bill de Blasio, and she won Staten Island by a huge amount, and so I do expect her to win the congressional race as well as New York's 22nd district. Again, Republicans don't have the best candidate here, and the fundraising isn't the best. It is a heavy Trump district. As you can see, it went to him by 16 points. Democrats just did very well in New York in 2018 as opposed to Trump doing very well there in 2016 because Obama actually did better than Clinton in New York despite the fact that Clinton was a senator there. Oklahoma's 5th district was in many ways kind of a fluke. I do believe that is easily going to flip back. There's many Republican candidates here. Any of them, I believe, could beat her. Pennsylvania's 10th, I do believe, is going to stay as well. South Carolina's 1st district, I also believe, is going to stay. This is, again, kind of a fluke. And the Republicans have a good candidate here in a district that heavily went to Trump. Now going down here to the 3 very interesting Texas districts here. Texas's 22nd is kind of a missed opportunity for Democrats. They've squandered their opportunity because they don't really have a good candidate here. Their fundraising isn't good, and I do believe that they will lose the district because it is trending towards the Democratic column, but I do believe they are going to lose it. However, I do expect them to win Texas's 23rd district because it did go to Hillary Clinton by 3.4 percentage points, and I expect that to trend a little bit more to the Democratic column here, and Democrats do have an edge in the fundraising in a district that's open. It's a level playing field, things like that, so I do expect the Democrats to win that district. Texas's 24th is actually going to be very interesting, but I do believe that the Republicans will keep it here. You have the mayor of Irvine, Texas, versus a Air Force veteran on the Democratic side. This is a very interesting district because Democrats do have an edge in fundraising here. Their candidate is arguably better, in my opinion. And while it is going to be very close, it did go to Donald Trump by 6 percentage points, so I do expect the Republican candidate to narrowly win this district. Getting down to the final seats here, Texas is 32nd. I think that's going to easily stay with Colin Allred. While the fundraising is a bit closer, it's a trending blue district, so that's going to stay. Utah's 4th district, I do believe, is also going to flip to the Republican column. That is a district that, if you look at it, went to Donald Trump by 7 percentage points in 2016, and that's with Evan McMullin on the ticket here, and he only won it by 0.2 percentage points, and I do believe that Donald Trump will win Utah by more than he won in 2016 just because of the fact that Evan McMullin is not running here, and so the Republicans don't really have a good candidate here either. Their fundraising is not too good, but I expect that to pick up once they realize that this is a district that can easily flip to the Republicans. And as for Virginia, I do believe that Virginia's 2nd district is going to stay with the Democrats. This is a trending blue district, and she won by over 2 percentage points, and it only went to Donald Trump by 3.4 percentage points. And Joe Biden's going to do very well in Virginia, I think, so I do believe that Elaine Luria is going to win. I do believe, though, that Abigail Spanberger is going to narrowly lose her district. This is a district that is going to be very close here, and Trump won it by almost 7 percentage points. And while, again, the Republican fundraising is not too good at the moment, I do expect Republicans to end up winning this district, very narrowly, though. But yeah. So, looking at the final map, we filled in all the toss-ups, all of the competitive races here, and the big reveal for the final map has Democrats at 228 seats and Republicans at 207 seats. This would be a net gain of 4 for the Republicans, Democrats flipping 4 seats in Texas is 23rd, Georgia's 7th, North Carolina's 2nd, and North Carolina's 7th here. And the Republicans flipping, I believe, South Carolina's 1st, Oklahoma's 5th, New York's 11th. Some other districts around the place. So I do believe that the Republicans are going to gain in the House, but they are not going to get very close to winning it at all. Democrats will probably lose it in 2022, especially if Joe Biden wins. If Joe Biden loses, Democrats will gain in the House in 2022, so because, usually have a wave year either way. But I do expect Democrats to win in the House here. I do expect them to win 228 seats. This could easily change. Republicans could get better fundraising, get better candidates, and this could be a bit closer. But as of now, I do believe that Democrats are going to do very well in the House, getting 228 seats to Republicans 207 seats. So thank you all for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Join the Discord that is linked down in the description. So thank you all for watching, guys, and I will see you guys later.